Hello and welcome back. This isn't the NeoPixel. I have that coming in. It should hopefully be next week. I'm not sure if I mentioned that after the last one I did. But I bought an exposed cheap one. It's an RGB, but an exposed crystal lightsaber because it's one of my favorite lightsaber types. And Amazon has delivered it. Now, just like that one, when I bought the Hardcore Championship for my brother, that I bought on that Tuesday and it came in like 2 days later. This I bought Tuesday this week, and 3 days later on a Friday it is in. So without further ado, let's get into it. So yeah, Amazon obviously, it varies. Like I've bought stuff from there that has taken a week and 2 weeks. But I guess there are just some items that they just straight up send to you the second they can. Right. We got this thick tube. Now, here's the money shot. Okay, so it's a lightsaber that... Oh no, it is something I can screw on.
Okay.
I can't see if there's nothing else in there, but I'm pretty sure there's not. Pretty sure that's it.
Yeah, no, empty. All the way to the
Cool.
bottom.
Well, you can have the lid too.
Yeah, it's my tube.
Right. I'll try and cut it from the bottom, because...
Started from the bottom.
I need... That's another thing I need to do. I need to do an unboxing of a new knife, because this one is just...
Yeah, you should.
Not that good.
Just do like what most unboxing people do. You get a fucking CSGO knife.
Yeah, like, I don't want to go that far. Just even a box cutter knife I need to buy, but just something new. So...
Get the proper ones from Silly Sillies.
Can you give me one of my baselit ones? Because I might have a bigger blade. Oh, this is a weighty blade. So,
Oh shit, that's a fucking...
now, it's about here. So yeah, I think this is a 36-inch blade. These ones were 28. So as you can see, they are very much longer. They are like half the hilt more. So, much bigger blade, and you can, the tip has more of a clear thing, and is definitely more weight-like. So now they've gone and put glue in here to hold something, which, you know, they do that. But it's annoying, so I'm going to try and cut it out.
Yeah, I never get the whole...
I get it's kind of just a way to do it, but like the first one I unboxed didn't have it glued. When I did the blue one. I even rewatched the video at lunch today as like nostalgia, and they didn't actually fucking glue it, but with the other two they did. And that's another reason why I don't mind it, because again, they are prioritizing safety. The problem is, it is very difficult to get out. Like, I can't actually get it out. It's not coming out.
You don't got tweezers or...
I do not. Closest thing I have is nail clippers, and I don't want to risk that. I'm going to snap this, I feel like.
Yeah.
That's why I need a box cutter knife, because this is just so flexible.
I say you can borrow my one, but it's thick.
I don't think a box cutter's going to get in here.
Going inside there, yeah.
See if I can't dig it out a little. Oh, ah!
Aha!
Ooh,
Trusty network.
So, just like one you'd buy off a site, they actually... I will applaud Amazon. They are... Wherever the guy gets this stuff from, he clearly gets it right. Now...
Bring it in.
On to the main event. Oh, this looks sexy.
This would honestly be nice. It's like a layer thing.
Okay, I'm gonna have to rip and tear into this because the hilt's not coming out. Alright, rip and tear. Right. This looks like a fucking huge hilt. What the
Holy,
fuck?
that's a two-handed saber.
Everything's... It's... Oh my.
That is not meant to be dual.
This is the hilt. So exposed crystal. Love it. But, okay, I'm sorry I already asked you to do it, but can you grab my fucking... I'm going to leave one here just to test it. This is a huge hilt. Metal, but okay, so this is the hilt for the baselit I got. When I bought the other lightsaber I bought that was a NeoPixel but not, it's the same size hilt. This hilt, look at that. It goes over way beyond. So this is definitely two-handed, which is good. I wanted a single lightsaber, so that's what I got. So charger, the same as my baselets there. And now we've got the screws and stuff. So I'm going to pause the video, and when I unpause it, I will have this baby ready to show. So I will be back now. Alright, now the blade is secure inside it. It was a bit weird to figure out, but we figured it out. Now, let's see how this saber works. So I'm going to hold it and hope it turns one of two ways. Nope.
Flat battery.
It might be flat, yeah.
Not prejudged.
Okay, that sucks, but I'm going to try something. I'm going to pause it again, and I do sorry for this, but I'm going to put it on a charger and see if it does any indication of sound or that, and then I won't charge it fully, but I'll charge it up enough so I can just use it for the rest of this video and then charge it up later. I'll try again. No, okay, so they just gave me a flat one, which I suppose, I don't know, but, you know, screw it. So I will be back and we will figure this out. Alright, okay, so after I paused the video, I put it on charge, but it didn't feel like it was charging, but I left it there for like an hour or so. Tried it, wouldn't work. So I unscrewed the thing and realized the problem was the battery wasn't pressed in all the way. Pressed it in, and it started charging properly, but again, it wasn't fully charged, so I left it, and I have it charged now. However, I played around with it a little bit, and there is one fault with this entire design that I'm going to go through. However, right off the bat, I'm going to turn it on. So it's just like the Amazon one I bought a long time ago. I had a video on it, but the same sound fonts, same colors and stuff. However, you can still see the crystal there, and it cycles through the colors like white, yellow, blue, purple, red, green. So it's cool because it cycles. It's like two separate ports. The first port, which is the blade color, and the second port, which is the Kyber crystal color. However, once again, it's like the Amazon one, so like, don't have to do much movement and it makes sounds to clash. So this is the fault. I don't know if it's because the button's faulty or it's just the design, but when you press the button, so with these Amazon lightsabers, you press to ignite, as it did. You hold it in when it's ignited for a few seconds, it'll make an indication that it's turning off. If you press the button once when it's on, it'll do the, deflect, like, deflecting. If you press it twice in a row, it'll do a clash effect. And if you press it 3 times in a row, you cycle through each color. So you tap it 3 times, it's one color, tap it 3 times, it's another. But with this, when you do that, because the button either is just not great or it's not in like it's too far in, it doesn't react. So turning it on, self-explanatory, clashing, well, not clashing, deflecting, pressing it twice, does the effect, trying to change colors, see, it works, but the problem is, like, again, you saw before, I could just tap it sometimes. See, like, I did one press and it's on clash. And sometimes I've tried to change the colors, like, and it keeps igniting stuff. So it's not properly doing it. So like right there, I'm trying to cycle through the colors and it's hitting the clash effect. So I'm going to try and turn it off. And instead of turning off, it just switches colors. So the button's faulty. Whether or not that's because of the design or because of the Amazon again, I bought this off Amazon. I'm not complaining that I'm wasted money. I still love it. Great look, and I'm sure I'll have use for it. But obviously it was bought off Amazon. It is cheap. It is as cheap as they come. I want to say it feels a little cheaper than the baselets I bought, but the ones I bought there were from an official site. They weren't just Amazon. So I tested out the 3 different sound fonts. So now it's quiet mode. One thing too is when you switch things, like I'm going to switch it to the first mode. Oh, okay, see, this is what I mean. You can see it gives you an indication. So 1, typical lightsaber ignition. I want to put it on a color I like. That'll do. Try turn it off. There we go. Second font, which is more of a Sith sound. And I always use the third because it sounds like a dark saber. Now, again, the blade, I mean, not the blade, the hilt looks amazing. Seeing that, coolest thing ever. It's an Amazon default sound, so sucks, but it's still dual-worthy, and again, it's got a lot of weight to it, so this is definitely a two-handed, one, which is great, because I've got 2 that are lightweight for dual welding or joining together for a staff. Dark Saber is a nice heavy one. This one's a nice heavy one. And when I get this NeoPixel, obviously I'm told NeoPixels aren't for dueling, so I'm probably not going to duel with that. But that one is a nice lightweight one-handed one, so that'll be cool. So yeah, again, design-wise, beautiful hilt. Very huge, but beautiful hilt. Despite Amazon, it still lights up the blade well. The crystal lights up. I might turn the lights off real quick and turn it back on just to show the crystal off more. Alright, so I'm going to turn this light off up here, just so it's complete. Right, so now, nice and bright still, and the crystal. Cycling through the colors is great. Now, most lightsabers I've seen stuff on, like the Starkiller one I thought of getting, was going to get it, but it would have cost me a lot more, even for just a baselit. So I was like, don't worry, I just want 1 NeoPixel. And because it was cheap, I got this. If I can find another cheap one that's a baselit and has exposed crystal, not Amazon brand, I'll buy it. But for the moment, this is what I got. So again, just cycling through the colors is great. And as I was explaining, I realized with those ones, the way they do it is the crystal is what, it passes through the crystal and up the blade. Whereas with this, they're both separate, which is why that cycles through colors. Would have been cool if I could get a rainbow blade or one that switches through the colors, but that's fine. But again, I can do effects and it just stays it. See, trying to turn it off and it's like, nah, change color. Ooh, red. You know what? If I can change the sound font. See, right off the bat, that too. seeing the crystal do that. So now we are. I might keep this as a red blade just because I like the idea of the crystal. But I'm going to turn the light back on. So, as far as third-party, cheap as crap lightsabers go, it's great. Like, again, it's fine. If you're just wanting to use this for dueling, might have a few hiccups here and there, but it's fine nonetheless. However, if you're expecting big, cool things or cooler effects or whatever, you're going to have to fork up more money to get a NeoPixel now. Or, I mean, you know, a expensive one. So, this cost me around about $250, which it's the most I've paid for a baselit, but it's still pretty cool. Again, I think the whole thing is just this hilt. This hilt's the reason why it cost a lot more, as well as the fact it's more metal. But as far as, you know, the others go, I definitely would recommend just forking in more money and paying for the bigger ones. However, if I wanted to get a baselit one with an exposed crystal, I did find one, but it was like $500. And then for a NeoPixel, it pumped it up to near 700. So a lot of money, more money than I'm willing to spend on a lightsaber, which is why, again, this NeoPixel I bought was the second cheapest hilt design, but it was one that I can turn into a NeoPixel. The first baselit I got didn't have a NeoPixel option, but that was the cheapest baselit on Sabers Pro. Two different things. The first time I paid for it, I had a discount for 10% as a first purchase, so that was cheaper, but the other one was 130 something, which was up more, but again, because it was on a sale. Whereas with the NeoPixel, I paid $303 for it to go up to NeoPixel. So as you can see, it goes up like almost, you know, over half. I'd say a little over half more than what you would pay for base. So again, if you're expecting something good like that, go on a actual Sabers website or, you know, Saber store and buy them. If you don't mind cheap, like my wrestling belts I buy, I don't care about the look and the fine print detail because they're still gorgeous belts I keep around, you know. So that's I guess what I'm trying to pull away from this. Still great. So Hiltway, definitely a 10 out of 10. The effects, since it's just a default Amazon, 7 out of 10 because they're pretty basic, but they're still good. But as far as the button performance and all that, it's definitely down to a 5 compared to the last. The last lightsaber I had bought was a better button, but with this one, my brother, when he bought his baselit from Amazon, it was the exact same button, and his eventually caved in and wouldn't come back out, and the entire thing fucked up. Whereas with that one, it was a simple thing. So hopefully, that's not the case with this, as it seemingly feels like with the way it's doing that. However, enough chit-chat, enough talk. That's really all I can think about showing you. Again, I'm sorry for changing. It's pretty much from the time I paused the video going to put it, like, turn it on, to now, it's been like 3 hours at best. So, that's out the way. Hopefully, praying hard next week, not only should my NeoPixel lightsaber, the one I hopefully should be getting, will come in, but also my next replica championship belt. So hopefully I will have 2 videos to upload next week of them, one of which I'm excited for, because I want just one NeoPixel in my life, and the other one is just another one to the collection, but at the moment it looks like I'm nearing the end of all the collectible belts I ever want to get. Just like the lightsabers, I just wanted one NeoPixel, and if it feels like this one's gonna break or not work anymore, I might try and invest in a actual online store bought one, even if it's just baselit, as long as it's an exposed crystal. I don't know what the future holds, but thank you for watching regardless. Hopefully next week will be the good week where I get the other items I ordered. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you then. And hopefully that will be fun to do as well. Hope you enjoyed this one regardless, and I'll see you in the next one.